So you always post these throwback photos when you look like you were certainly a lot leaner, a lot skinnier. You look like you were in a boy band. When did
Maybe
you
I
make,
was.
You definitely could have been. When did you make the shift to become the machine that you are now?
Well, I mean, funny enough, that actually was already in the process of being the shifting to being the machine because as quote small as I was there, I was way smaller before that.
Mm.
So like everything's, when not just me, but I feel like when anyone sees anyone who's jacked or muscular, they're just always like that. Like I graduated 155 pounds from high school, and it took
Wow.
me forever to get. Like it took me quite a few years to get to the boy band look that you saw.
Which was what, like 200 pounds?
Depends on which picture you're talking about, but yeah, I was probably in the low 200s.
Like how much did you weigh when you made your wrestling debut?
No, I was in the 200 pounds, but I was a sloppy. I was over 200 pounds, but I was sloppy.
Okay.
I was good in a shirt, not so good out of a shirt. And that's what everybody does too. You because you try to like do that bulk and just gain all the weight,
Yeah.
and then you cut it back down. It's a lot of rubber banding back and forth, back and forth. But I mean, to get to like what I've basically been now for the last majority of my career, it probably took me a little over 10 years to really build up to about this size. And everyone thinks I was doing bodybuilding first. Like, no, I wrestled through and through. I just used to always joke, I'm not a bodybuilder trying to be a pro wrestler. I'm just a pro wrestler that happens to bodybuild. And I competed. I did 5 shows all throughout my wrestling career, and I wrestled every weekend throughout my entire prep. And then I would take the Friday and Saturday off of the show, obviously, because you have to. But then every Sunday after the show, I'd get up, do an hour of cardio, hit legs, because you don't train legs during peak week. And then I would fly or drive to my show and wrestle that night every single time.
Man, you're kind of a throwback to like how wrestling was in the 80s and 90s when it was big dudes who were, then wrestling.
Well, and that wasn't even my plan. Everybody's like, oh, was it always your plan to get this big? Like, no, I wanted it just to be, jacked and shredded and look the part because I realized, again, I said I graduated 155 pounds. I would back and wrestle with my friends, as a teenager, and I was bigger to them because they were 130.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, this isn't going to be it, man. This is going to cut the mustard. So I had to switch stuff around, and it was never my intention to get this big or I didn't think it was possible. It just kind of eventually started happening. And I am more of a throwback in that regard because, yes, the body guys are definitely a dying breed now. But I feel like I am also a new breed in the fact that I'm definitely way more athletic and I guess just have more ability in the ring than a lot of the throwback bodybuilder type of wrestlers,
Yeah.
for sure.